welcome to another episode. I'm Zaben, and today I'm discussing with you the mind. Now, the mind was created by the creator of all, right? Like, it's as simple as that. So there's nothing wrong with the mind. And I highly respect everyone that is working on silencing the mind and the chatter. Of course, who wouldn't want that? That's like the ideal place to be, where the mind can actually just chill out. However, here comes the however, when I was meditating today, I understood something differently about my mind. So when a fear would show up, or a thought would show up, I would actually look at the thought, because I know that I'm a being, right, having a human experience, and you can hear more about it on the link above. It was exceptional information that came down for me. So since I'm a being, right, and I'm having this I'm experiencing humanness, therefore, part of that experience is my mind. Like, it's just normal. Like, part of the experience of being human is the mind. So the mind isn't something really ugly and bad and horrible and stay away. And, you know, when you meditate, like, rush your thoughts out and deplete yourself and argue with your head and tell it to shut up and then all that. That's just mayhem. That is us. That's the human side trying very hard, right, to not be in the state of being, right? But in a state of being, like when you're meditating or you're in stillness, the true meditation is that I know that I'm a being right now. I'm being. And thoughts will come, because that's what the mind does, and I appreciate it and I love it and I accept it. Okay? And I'm just noticing the thoughts. That's basically it. That's meditation, right? Is I have an awareness that I'm not the thought, and I'm just observing the thought, like I'm observing my heartbeat, like I'm observing sounds, like that's it, right? That is the true meditation. So there's no need to yell at yourself when your mind starts throwing you with thoughts. It's just trying to fill up time. It's trying to fill up space. And because we've overexerted the mind and given it so much power, intellect, right? So much of that, we forgot that we were beings, right? So we need to like just remind the brain that, hey, I'm a being here, and I can choose what thought I want to think and what thought I don't want to think, right? But there's nothing wrong with the brain. Like, there's nothing wrong with what its function, what it is doing, right? Why? Because the angrier I become, again, I always get into this, any kind of fight or argument is of no service to your highest and best good, because your highest and best good, which is your being, right, just wants to enjoy whatever it is that's showing up. It wants to just experience it, right? Because it's all within us. So in saying that, coming back to the mind, it's really important to understand that our mind is only a storage system. These thoughts are only stories, right? So in my book, which hopefully will be coming out soon, it's been a year, it's like a filing cabinet that has stored every experience, whether it's a good one or a bad one, right? It's stored information in your mind so that it can help you through this earth journey. Okay, let's take it in a positive, in the clear way, right? The clarity of what it is. It is here, like everything else we have been given on this planet, is of service to us. Even the planet is of great service to us. Everything is of service, right? So my mind must be serving me. And this is where it was confusing me a lot. It's like, why am I trying to get rid of thoughts in my mind when I know that the creator of all created it to help me through this journey? So why am I fighting against it and trying to make it sound like a bad thing? Didn't make sense to me, and I kept meditating and doing this. Has just been going on for months, maybe years, you know? And it just dawned on me that no, of course it's of service. What it does is it's a memory keeper. Why is it keeping the memories, and why does it bring it back? It's really, really, really trying to help me. right? It's trying to help me, the being, to experience the best thing possible. However, it's gone a little bit out of whack because all it wants to do is protect me from pain, right? So now it's constantly shielding me from pain. Oh, like let's say before I started those videos, right? The 90-day challenge, it was an intuitive thing. I don't know where it's going. I still don't know where it's going. All I know is like I'm talking to me all the time, right? But it's like, oh, I want to do this. And then the brain comes in and starts to panic. Oh my God, you're not going to get any views. Who'll want to watch you every day? Take care. Stop it. This is silly. This makes no sense. You've done this before. Well, I haven't done 90 days before, but you've done YouTube before and it hasn't worked. And you've gotten this and it just starts giving me all this crap that could have frozen me and said, no, I'm not following that intuitive inspiration. However, because I know that these are thoughts, right? And that intuitive inspiration was more powerful than the fear-based thoughts that were showing up, right? I started doing my 90-day challenge for self, for me, right? But if I would have gone with the mind, or I would have gone angry with the mind, like, no, that's not true, I'm going to do it this time, or, you know what, you're so right, it's true, I'm so afraid, and yes, it's going to suck, which I did go through. I am not saying I didn't. I did go through that. I did panic and say, oh my God, who's gonna watch? Aren't people gonna get bored every day? You know, like, well, I don't have things to say every day, which turns out I do. But anyway, so the brain there was not trying to sabotage me. It was trying to protect me by bringing up past files to show me that whatever I'm about to step into will cause me pain because it's trying to help me not feel pain. It wants me to have a good human experience here. To be like, no, no, stay away from that. Stay away from that. Last time that really hurt you, right? You were so sad, right? You blamed yourself and shamed yourself and you thought there was something wrong with you. You know, so I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna pull out all the files to remind you how bad that was, and then I'll project into the future, the past, to see you, if you do this, you're going to end up with the same result. And I need to protect you from pain because as a being here on earth, you're supposed to have a really cool experience. But we've tried that. When you were little, we tried it, you know, for you to speak up and use your voice and share what you know, and it's always harmed you, so stay away. That's what the mind is doing. It's not an evil entity, right? We must really have compassion for every aspect of ourselves. If we're to find compassion for ourselves, our mind deserves that too, right? So what I've been doing recently, very recently, is when the mind shows up, of course there's a whole other thing for the emotions, but now I'm talking about the mind, which the mind does provoke the emotions. However, I'm just going to take it in this angle because we need to be more at peace with everything that the Creator created. Right? We need to see how beautiful something is, to appreciate what it does, to be able to understand it instead of fight against it, try to shut it up, be mean to it. Being mean to it is you're being mean to a version of you, right? Your humanness, you're being mean to it, like, you awful stupid machine that I have up here. No, it's like, wow. So what I've been doing is, when the mind comes and starts to panic and judge me and put pain on me, right? Only to protect me, I thank it. Thank you so much, thoughts and mind. Thank you for trying to protect me from experiencing that same experience you think I will be experiencing again that caused this result. However, I have such gratitude for you. However, I am ready to take the leap of faith, okay, of doing this again, because right this minute is not the same minute. I'm not the same person that I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 2 minutes ago. So whatever inspired through my being right now, right? And you're worrying, I love you for wanting to take care of me and make me avoid pain. However, what you're doing is causing me more pain than the experience itself. So what I recognized was all of a sudden it was like, what I saw was as if my mind was surprised at what I had told it. It was like, but I'm the last thing that want to cause you pain. Like I'm doing all this, jumping through hoops, bringing out files from the file cabinet, right? Remember this, and this is, I'm projecting and coming up with like, I'm cutting out the past images and putting them in like, you know, in a collage to show you the future. Don't forget this is painful, but I'm causing you pain? So that's what I felt, that my brain was like, oh my God, that's not my purpose. My purpose is to protect you from it. And I said, yes, you know, like what you're telling me about who I am, my worth, you know, the fears, that's all hurting me. You're hurting me more than you're causing me the pain instead of the experience. And then there was like this peaceful moment of like surprise from my brain, because it was like knowledge it didn't have. It thought it was doing a great job. And from my being, there was such love for my mind. Such deep love and gratitude that I understood what my mind was truly trying to tell me or do for me all along. But it had no guidance because I had given it full control. So it didn't know my preference at every age group, right? It just knew what I stored, what it stored for me as this is fear and this is joy. How to repeat joy, how to repeat fear, how to stay away from fear, how to stay away from pain, right? So that's all it's been doing, right? So I'll remember happy moments and say, you know what? Waterfalls make me happy. I'm going to go to a waterfall every day, right? It's my brain saying, yes, remember the time you saw the waterfall here and how you felt and da-da-da-da. And let's say I do go to the waterfall and I feel really good, but I'll never feel that same first experience I've had with it, right? But my brain is trying to give me joy and trying to help me stay away from pain. That's all it's doing. So I encourage you, when the mind comes with thoughts of panic and worry, it has not updated that you are now fine and that you would like to experience it, because the same we cannot have the same results for what we assume are the same experiences, because we are not the same person we were back when the experience happened. And let's say the experience kept repeating itself. It's just because every time we'd be like, oh, I don't want to experience this, right? And then the experience happens and then we suffer the pain of it. And the mind is like, oh my God, see, I told you, I collected into the box of pain and I'll remind you next time so that you could do it differently. And it's like, it hasn't been updated. Your being, you haven't sat in stillness long enough to differentiate between you and the human side of you and your beingness, which is your essence. For your humanness, the form, the mind and the body, to know, to inform the form that, hey, the being is waking up and remembering, right? And I am able to take care of myself, right? You're causing me more pain than the experience itself, right? I'm in more pain from my mind and the thoughts than from even experiencing it. And I would like to experience life, please. And the mind will relax because now it knows there's someone in control, someone there, someone managing, right? You're not 2 anymore. You're not 5. You're not 7. You're not 10. You're not 15. You don't need that protection, right? So just inform your mind that you're good. Thank it and love it as a precious part of you that the Creator created to be of the highest service for you, right? To protect you, always to protect you. I mean, what is your anger? Your anger is pain. You're feeling pain right now, right? So you're angry. Your mind's telling you this is the action to take. Be angry, right? So that the pain can go away. But it doesn't know that you don't need anger anymore, right? That you just need to sit with that pain Allow it to surface, bubble out of you, to be free of it, right? And that your beingness is in there, taking care of you all the time. That you are a being, right? The essence of you is there, available. And now it's being plugged into play. This is what the new energy is doing. We're plugging in our being and our essence, right? We're plugging it in, which is filled with love, compassion, ease, surrender, all these magical things, all these wonder, all the states that we want to actually be in is what our being is, right? A little controversial. However, it's such a deep, deep knowing now to love the mind and love every thought and thank it and then let it know I'm in control now. I have been plugged in and I'm ready to experience life without the fear cabinet opening up and spewing out past experiences to freak me out or to protect me from experiencing the same pain. I am open to it. I am ready. I am the being in this human form ready to experience life because I am life. And I highly, highly recommend to watch the video I shared right before this. The link is at the bottom, the link is at the top, the link is at the end, to explain to you human being and what you can start doing about that to experience your being a lot more, okay? Take care of yourselves. If you're interested to join my online course, it's only 5 weeks long. Look at the link below, send me an email. The email, everything's written there. If it resonates, great, let's start. Okay, take care and I'll see you in the next episode.